What's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a little video. I keep seeing all these videos about can a Corvette be daily driven? And if you'll notice, I'm not in a Corvette right now because it's in the shop. And it seems like it's always in the shop. So I just want to talk a little bit about my personal opinion on, I have a 2015 Chevy Corvette convertible, 8-speed automatic. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about that, but let me show you something kind of cool about the Escalade here. So you got the fence, and I'm in reverse. So if I let go of the brake pedal, it stays for a few seconds, and now it started to move forward. So it's kind of cool. It has a hill assist, and this is something like if you are on a steep hill, that it will actually hold you there until you can back out, and then when you back out, it releases. So that's kind of cool. It's like almost like an emergency brake. But I'm backing out on this one, and then the other day I was up a hill and pulling forward, and when you release a brake, it doesn't go anywhere, and then when you push the gas, it goes forward. So that's where I used to drive truck, and a lot of trucking accidents were with that when guys take off from the red light and they kind of inch back a little bit and there's a car right there. So that kind of happens quite a bit in the big truck. So I'm just cruising around here, and yeah, I've had the Escalade now for probably 3 weeks. So it's a cool truck, it's a big truck, it's a thirsty freaking truck. I think, see if I can find it here. Options. Anyway, I can't find it right now, but I'm probably getting about 10 to 12 gallons or miles a gallon on this. And I think it has about a 25-gallon tank. And so I spend probably about $80 to fill it up. It's crazy. But it is a very nice vehicle. It feels good driving it, you know. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So I have the Corvette in the shop currently, and they may or may not be doing a lemon law on it. They haven't told me that, but everybody's kind of like looking at each other like, well, they need to, because I've been in the shop so many times with transmission issues. They replaced a differential, they replaced a torque converter, they replaced a tranny shaft 2 times. I think they service writer said that they're on the 3rd transmission that they're replacing right now. They're waiting for the transmission plates to come in. And so what's going on is, dang, there's a lot of cops out today. Sorry, you guys are going to look at the dash for a second while the cops pass by. So what's going on is they're going to set up a meeting with all the managers, and I haven't done that yet. I just made that video about the Corvette update this morning, so I've just been thinking about it, and then I just got done watching a couple of videos about can Corvettes be daily drivers. And I think the most important thing about that question is, what is a daily driver to you? Now, if some guys are daily drivers and they go every couple days to go get dinner, or they'll take for a half an hour or something like that here or there. But if you're talking like a daily driver, like I live near LA, and you're talking about traffic left and right, so right now we're going over a typical freeway at 4 o'clock. So, I mean, you got tons of traffic down there. So if you're going to go in that every day, I would caution you to use a Corvette as a daily driver. Just because of my personal experiences. It's just always in the shop, you know. And I have had the car for exactly 1 year. So it's also a 1-year update. I got it August 1st. And I think it's August 2nd today. So after 1 year, it's been in the shop probably 8 or 10 times for transmissions, differentials, torque converters, transmission shafts, transmission seals, some pretty important stuff, but it all having to do with the transmission. Keep in mind I have the first year, the 2015, which is the first year for the 8-speed automatic for the Corvette. So before that they had the 6-speed automatic, and I don't remember hearing lots of issues about those. So it could be just because it's the first year. The Z06 is having overheating issues, and so they redid the supercharger. They made it a lot bigger. But I just went to the Corvette club this morning that I'm starting to join if I still have a Corvette. And there's a guy there who has a brand new 2018 Z06 and it's overheating. So, Chevy's not without their problems. It's an amazing car. It's a beautiful car. I love driving it. It's the most fun car I've ever driven. But that comes at the cost, and it's not just a financial cost. It's a cost of time, cost of going to the dealership back and forth all the time, cost of not having your car for 2-3 weeks at a time, several times. So personally, for me, it's not a daily driver because I drive the car. So I've had it for a year, and I think I put about 35,000 miles on the car. Now, granted, nobody probably on the planet is going to have a Corvette and put 35,000 miles on the car a year. I do. So for me, being a daily driver is one thing. And I know that Street Speed 717, he drives his quite often. And I think he had 7,500 miles on the first year, which is also a lot. There's a lot of Corvette owners that, put 1,200 miles a year on their car. And so it depends on what a daily driver is to you, I definitely don't think it would be good because I don't even track my car. I don't even drag strip my car. I don't race my car. Sometimes I'll go fast, but not 0 to 60 fast, where it's all instant speed. I'll be cruising on the freeway at 60 and then pop it up to a higher number and then pop it back down, just kind of cruising back and forth. And again, that's all I'm doing. Again, one thing that I do that a lot of people don't do, or probably nobody does, is I use exclusively the paddle shifters. So the paddle shifters, you put the car in manual mode, and then you can manually shift the transmission through paddle shifters, which most people know about. But I use those exclusively, and because of that, I'm able to let the RPMs go a little bit higher. So I have a muffler delete on my car, so I like to hear the exhaust noise. I like to hear the sound of it. So I keep it between probably 3,000 and 4,000 miles, or 3,000 and 4,000 RPMs before I actually shift. And I know the regular car, if you just put it in automatic mode and just let the car do the shifting, you'll be going 35 miles an hour in 4th or 5th gear. It shifts so quickly, that it's not really that fun, So again, that's just a driving preference that I have. I didn't put the paddle shifters on, Corvette did. So it kind of sucks that Chevy may be telling me that, oh, you're driving our car so hard that's why it's breaking down. And I don't want to get into that big old fight. But at the same time, I'm going to stand up for myself and say, hey, you know what? I didn't buy a Geo Metro or a Chevy Cruze. I bought a Corvette. I do drive it, sometimes fast, but I'm not tracking it or any of that kind of stuff. So we'll see what they say at the meeting. But as far as a Corvette being a daily driver, I think for the average person that has a family and eats dinner at home and works 9 to 5 and has the weekends off, I think that could be a daily driver. But me, I have a different situation. So because I kind of work for myself, I can go for 2 or 3 rides a day that are 100 miles a pop. I can go. When I have the Corvette, I fill the gas tank up every single day I drive it. So that's at least 250 miles. Again, I don't get the best gas mileage because I keep those RPMs up. So it does have all the cool cylinder deactivation and all that kind of stuff. So you can get good gas mileage, but I don't. And I know I could, but I just choose not to. Not because I don't want to get good gas mileage. It's just too much fun to push the gas pedal down. So Anyway, guys, I think for the average person, it could be a daily driver. I think for the person that's going to just drive it every once in a while here and there, I think it could be a daily driver. But if you put miles on the car, I don't think it would be the best decision to be a primary car daily driver. Now, I have a secondary car, and thank God, because otherwise I would have been stuck more times than I have been. And you know, they've been cool with giving me loaners and everything, so that's amazing. You know, I've had this Cadillac Escalade now for like a week and a half, and before that I had a Cadillac XT5. So, you know, thank God for the loaner cars. I know some of the smaller dealerships don't offer loaner cars, so that would really suck. Then I would be very upset, you know, and very feeling very inconvenienced about the whole situation. But you know, they've been cool about it. They've been nice to me. So I'm just wondering what this meeting is going to be. I'm wondering if they're going to try to buy the car back, which is, I would love to go ahead and do something like that. Again, they have a Z06 used vehicle on the lot right now that I would absolutely trade payments for and everything. But I'm not sure if they're willing to do that, or if they're going to try to blame me for the car, or give me the ultimatum that I can't get the car fixed for free under warranty anymore because whatever reason. That's what I've been warned that the meeting will be about. But in my opinion, they can't say that. You know, you can't say, you know, we're fixing your transmission a lot, so we're not going to fix it anymore. You know, I don't believe that's in the small fine print, but it might be. I need to look at the contracts. And if anybody has any experience with this, I would love to hear from you. I'd really appreciate any information or any tips, or a look into what is coming ahead for me. If you guys have been through this, I know that 2015 with the automatic had a lot. GM's bought a lot of them back. I know a lot of you guys have had issues with them. I know. So anybody that's having any kind of issues, or definitely if somebody got see, in California, the lemon law is really big out here. You know, it's one of the few laws, that and the marijuana. That's what everybody loves. You know, but that's one of the few laws that are really cool for the consumer. So, if you guys have any input or advice or tips, or any advanced warning of what I'm going to go through, I'd really appreciate hearing from you. Hope you all like the video. And again, Corvette's an amazing car. It's so much fun. You don't get tired of looking out the windshield with the big old fenders coming up, and you know, it's a comfortable car. I'm fat. I'm 6'2". I'm 260, 70, 80 pounds, depending on how many donuts I've had that day. So, but it's super comfortable. I can drive it for 3 hours and get out of the car and just feel fine, you know, not like all crunched up, not stretching, not sore, nothing like that. So I would highly recommend the car. It's, you know, the average people, like right now, I'm looking at a Ford Explorer, I'm looking at a Honda Accord, I'm looking at a Dodge pickup truck, there's a Toyota, what do you call it, Land Cruiser or whatever. These guys have no idea what it's like to drive a Corvette or a fun car, you know. And if you have a normal car, a regular car, and you're in a position to be able to get a Corvette, look at that Mustang, then I would absolutely recommend it. But I would also recommend that you have a secondary backup car. Even if you buy a little cheap Honda Civic or something, you don't want to be getting stuck, you know, with and a lot of people, they've never had a problem with their car, you know. So again, Street Speed 717, he's done a lot of stuff to his car. Beautiful car, amazing car, ridiculously fast. And he's had a few little tiny issues here and there, but it's more to do with the builds than it is the manufacturer, you know. He hasn't had any problems. But he also had a car that they bought back. If I recall, it was a 2015 Z06 automatic. So anyway, guys, hope y'all have a great day. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. Let's build this channel. I can start building an amazing car. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.